Today, the Silsila Dialogue movement has expanded considerably since its formative years. The movement reaches beyond Zamboanga, with programs extending nationally and internationally. Silsila is headquartered in Harmony Village, a lush 14-acre compound overlooking the Sulu Sea near Zamboanga. The grounds encompass many ever-expanding buildings and prayer houses. Harmony Village hosts numerous annual activities, including summer youth courses where Muslims and Christians interact, formation of faith groups and leaders, media production and publication, and many others.
Silsila is a movement, and we have different components. Structure-wise, we have an organizational setup. We also have areas of formation. We organize summer courses, seminars, and workshops. And these are participated by people who belong to different professions in life, and most especially those who are working in the communities and non-government organizations. We have also the Harmony Zone areas, where we bring the spirit of dialogue and peace in the grassroots level.
I attended the summer course, and in that summer course we had exposures living with people in the community. We have to know the other faith, not only theologically, but also the day-to-day living and appreciation of the differences. What Father Seb did in Mindanao is like in the concept of Christianity, have witnessing, to be witness of your faith to others, not to convert, but to show them the compassion, love, and the real teaching of Christianity.
Father Sebastiano de Ambra, he wants that how Christian to become a better Christian and how Muslim to become a better Muslim. One verse from the Bible that I've learned that he put into action is, blessed are the peacemaker. I think he is blessed because of being peacemaker, because right after the establishment of the movement, the Silsila Dialogue movement, you know, you can see harmonious and solidarity among Muslims and non-Muslims. We are trying to promote deeper understanding and how to build a good relationship and friendship from the people of Zamboanga.
Harmony Village is a living example of Silsila Dialogue movement's fourth pillar, dialogue with creation. The village grounds supply natural health products to the community whilst preserving the rich Filipino agricultural heritage through seminars and advocacy.
We see God in everything from soil to soul. We're working with the native people, and so we want to help them, empower them, and help them recall what is good in their culture, and because they're forgetting it. Once they get into this modern lifestyle, modern everything, they forget their roots. So we're trying to see how they can see the beautiful things that they still have, and we're trying to enhance it.
Somebody say, Father, how you have been for 30 years this dialogue? And one of my answers is because we believe in a spiritual approach. We believe that along the way God can work in us. In Silsila, we say, go to the deeper part of your heart, try to be inspired by your religion, and go beyond. Be also free to follow the inspiration of the Lord in your life.
Some specifically on the Muslim side, that if you engage with a priest to talk about, interfaith dialogue, they think that they try to Christianize you. Sometimes people really question if you're really a Muslim or not. So to me, it's really quite difficult because, I'm not your typical Muslim lady. I don't cover my hair. And people would think that, perhaps she's already a Catholic. I think God gave us a purpose, and the purpose is salam, is our calling. Peace really is our calling. In whatever form, if you're an educator, if you're a scientist, if you're an NGO worker, we do good because we want peace. And that's what I believe in.
Silsila puts a special emphasis on helping and influencing youth, especially those underprivileged and affected by conflict. That is why the commitment was made to provide elementary education to the before neglected small island population of Santa Cruz, located several kilometers from Zamboanga city.
There was that feeling that these people living in the island, they are not good people. They are poor, of course, majority are Muslims. I said to myself, the children of these people must be the priority. We decided to put up a school with the hope that through us, through the school, these children will be educated in a way of being open to different realities in life.
Ikaw, grade 5.
They can be a good instrument in building community. And then these children will grow up, and then they can have a better life, and they can serve back their own community.
I don't expect that I'm going to teach here because since I was elementary, but I love teaching since elementary, high school. That's why in college I finished my degree in Bachelor of Elementary Education. Then I applied here in Silsila, and fortunately, I got a job. And every Friday, we have this book, which is Silsila gave it to us, Tulay Bata Dialogue for Peace, wherein we are teaching pupils, our children, how to promote peace and dialogue among themselves, and also people here in community.
Some people probably continue to say why you are spending so much time, energy with the Muslim. I think people start to reflect. It is worth it to build these bridges. I believe in this stage of history where there is more radicalism, we have to move on, no matter how. And I believe Christian and Muslim who have been serving Silsila in these 30 years, they can say it is worth it to be together, to build together a common house in spite of form of radicalism that still are clear, even here in our part, not only in other countries.
In September 2013, violence would once again shake Silsila and Zamboanga city. An armed conflict erupted after about 500 armed assailants from the Moro National Liberation Front, the MNLF, held some 200 civilians hostage after declaring independence from the Philippines. The MNLF was displeased and angered by the ongoing peace process in Mindanao, which had excluded them from the negotiations. The Philippine army engaged the rebels after a ceasefire deal failed. The fighting displaced over 100,000 residents and destroyed entire neighborhoods. Silsila's Padayon Center, which was located in the war zone, was heavily damaged.
For more than 2 weeks, always we see the fire in that area, and the people in this side see their houses have been burned. My experience of more than 35 years in the Philippines has been the most painful experience. We do our best to really give our witnessing presence and everything we can do. During that time, for instance, our youth have been volunteers to help all the evacuees.
Being wounded is a negative experience, but it's also an opportunity for us to search for healing. All the more there is a need for dialogue when we pass through a certain pains and difficulties in life. But dialogue per se for us is a spirituality. It is a life that is moving us because we believe this dialogue comes from God Himself. God takes always the initiative to be in dialogue. This means that even if we are wounded, God is there always, constantly. Nothing has changed for Him. But He is there always to help us to regain back wholeness.
A certain movement of certain groups who want to project that this is a war between the Christians and the Muslims. So we did a lot of work to go on television, press conference, meeting with the media, and giving message of peace, of unity and dialogue. And they understood the idea that this is not a religious war, no? I'm peaceful. I'm happy of this experience. I know that it's the Lord who is moving. I'm just an instrument to do what I feel is the will of God. At the end, it's not my mission. If it's the will of God will be developed, and at the end, I'm peaceful. I do my best, but at the end, I say, Lord, you do the rest.